Hey everyone, Ted McKenna, SVP of Product at Tethr. And one of the things at Tethr we pride ourselves on is how we take very complex things and serve them up to our customers every day in a very simple to understand way such that they can take quick action. One of the best examples I can provide is the Tethr Effort Index, which, as you might know, is the market's first machine-based effort measure that allows them to essentially predict if you would have surveyed those customers post-interaction about how well or how poorly that went, what would they have said? Now, it's a 0 to 10 score that they get to understand very quickly whether that went well or whether that didn't. But although that score is really simple, there's a lot of complexity going on underneath the surface that gets us to that number. So let's unpack what we're measuring there. So first, what we're doing is we're looking at all sorts of different types of effort and friction that happen across the customer journey. Some of these things happen during the conversation, and other things happen across the different aspects of the experience with our organization. Right? So for instance, we're going to measure the things they have to do. Right? They've had to call you more than once. They're getting transferred. They're being put on long hold. We will want to measure how long that conversation was itself. But then there's also emotions and sentiments that they're feeling as they talk to this agent. Right? They're going to tell them that they're frustrated, that they're confused, or that they're uncertain. And moreover, those are different in kind feelings and different in kind sentiments. And we're going to map the hundreds upon thousands of different ways in which customers are articulating these different measurements. So when you take that and combine it with journey-related type things that are happening way before that interaction, in some cases predicting things they might have to do after they hang up the phone, all together, those things represent hundreds of different variables within the model itself. But what's awesome about the Tethr Effort Index is then as you start to correlate those things to post-call surveys, what you find actually is that there's lots of meaning hidden in combinations and sequences of things within a conversation. So we're going to pick up on the intensity of situations. We know whether it matters if something happens once or twice or 5 times across the course of a conversation. We further know if something happens in close conjunction with another thing. If an agent responds in a certain way or a customer reacts in a different way, does that make it better or worse in terms of the perceived degree of effort? So there's tons of complexity that we're picking up on, lots of nuance happening in terms of the representation of what that customer would say, such that again, it predicts if you would have surveyed what they would have said. So you get that on 100% response rate for every single interaction. So again, taking something very complex and boiling it down to something very simple for our customers to go take action with and drive real benefit for their organization. If you want to learn more about this, please visit us at tethr.com.